Hello there, I've been asked to do a few short videos about working remotely. So 3 coming up. The first one, if it sounds too simplistic, then I apologise. And I'm sure for most people working remotely, everything I say is going to be something they do already. But the number of times I'm waiting for people to get the technology set up is quite extraordinary. You wouldn't keep somebody waiting in a meeting in the real world, and yet people do in the virtual world. So the first thing is give yourself time to get the technology set up. You might be using Microsoft Teams or Zoom or something like that. Other people don't want to wait for you to get it downloaded. So give yourself time. Second thing is, not everybody realizes that the camera and the mic, for that matter, are in your laptop. So at the moment, I can't see myself. If I bring Teams up, in the corner here is me, except there's a black square. I have to open my laptop and release the camera so that the camera is then able to see me. There we go. And the thing to do is to try and position yourself so your eyes are about 2/3 of the way up the screen. Okay, I've actually set this up with the desktop next to me, which is why you can see the camera that's filming me at the moment in the background. So we want the eyes about 2/3 of the way up the screen. And we don't want the camera looking down at us, and we don't want the camera looking up at us, okay? We want it to be 2/3 of the way, and we want to be in a comfortable position. It's very unflattering when it's looking up or looking down your nose. Try and think about the background. Here, we've put a couple of our company logos in the background. You don't necessarily need to go that far, but what you do need to think about is making sure there is nothing distracting, nothing stupid, and for that matter, nothing too messy in the background. I know my bookshelves are a little bit messy, but I think they're okay. And by the way, when I'm working remotely, no one can see them. The next thing is try to minimize distractions. Now, my office here is actually next to one of our bathrooms. And that means if somebody comes in and goes to the toilet and flushes the chain, you might just hear it. So I keep the door closed, minimizes any distractions. While we're working from home like we are at the moment, no one's going to worry if a child comes in or there is some kind of noise. People are cutting their lawn or whatever. It doesn't matter too much, but try to minimize it. And one final little tip, what I always do before I'm going on a conference call is make sure I've got some paper handy. And then just as I would do in a board meeting or any other kind of meeting, I write down the names of the people that are in the meeting. I just find it really helps me focus and be able to use the names importantly, just as I would do if I was in a meeting in the real world. Concentration and focus are really important. Okay, more tips coming up, but that's all for now.